But Logan, I think there's a 5% chance Logan Paul gets elected president at some point.
What's your percentage on Stephen A. then? It's got to be
higher
than that.
Stephen A. is 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That he gets elected, not becomes the nominee?
Yeah. I think 25%. I think it might be at some point Stephen A. Smith against Logan Paul. Welcome back to Macrodosing. It's Nanodosing. It is Tuesday, March 4th, the only day of the year that is a complete sentence.
I see what you did there.
Are you trying to fact check that? May.
No, I was thinking. I don't think.
No.
Yeah, no, you might be right.
Yeah, I think I am right. March 4th. March the 4th be with you. We're back on Nanodosing. Very excited to be back in the studio. We got myself, Big T, Mad Dog McKenzie. Arian is getting back from a wedding today, which is very romantic. Not his wedding, but he did go to a wedding. So in the future, if you invite Arian to go to your wedding and he replies with something like, "Oh, I don't like weddings. I don't want to go to weddings." Guess what? He goes to weddings. The man loves weddings.
I find it interesting he's missing the day after Luka and Dalton Connect led the Lakers to a big win.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is
Both
interesting.
went off last night.
It is White History Month, and Arian is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
White History Month. How about that, guys?
Is that, or I thought you were making that up. Is that a thing?
I made it up like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I think it was July, in the middle of the NFL offseason, when I would do White History Month in the NFL.
Okay.
And we'd learn about important players like Richie Incognito, J.J. Watt, Danny Woodhead, Riley Cooper, the leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're back. Very excited to be back. You know who else is back, guys?
Casey.
Casey Anthony is back. And she's on TikTok.
As is everyone these days.
I feel like this is a little bit late for Casey. She should have been on TikTok like 4 years ago.
The time was during COVID, like when Dabo Sweeney made the Hickory Dickory Dock. Coach Sweeney got that drip. Now he's on TikTok.
Yep.
That was the time.
That was probably you were the only person I've ever heard who said it with less pizzazz than Dabo Sweeney.
Oh, no. That's it. He says it with pizzazz.
I'd say it again.
I'm not going to say it again.
I want to hear you say it like Dabo said it.
You want me to say it like Dabo?
Yeah.
Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney got that drip. And now he's on TikTok.
Love it.
That's how he says it. He had pizzazz.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Casey's on TikTok. Shout out Casey. She looks good.
I don't know if you caught the line, "You're going to have to get comfortable with the inside of my car."
I did hear that, yes.
Not what I would have chosen.
Big T, get your mind out of the gutter. She was saying that she's going to be doing most of her TikToks from her car to protect her privacy.
Right. I'm familiar with what she was saying.
Yeah. It's her and Joey Swole, the two biggest car TikTok accounts. I might have to become a car front-facing camera TikTok guy.
That has become an increasingly popular subgenre of video.
I like it. So Casey is going. I still don't know what she's going to be doing on TikTok.
Well, she is an ally, she said.
Okay. To who?
I believe the LGBTQ community, she said.
All right.
And that was
the adult community.
What do you mean?
Well, she's an ally to people over the age of 18.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm looking forward to her content.
I am too. So she's also on Substack.
Oh, okay.
Which that's actually a great name for a group of guys that follows Casey Anthony.
That one went over my head.
Just a stack of dudes, just a stack of subs.
I see now. I see.
Like choke me out, mama.
Uh-huh.
I just shouldn't have said that. That was
odds. She works at Barstool Sports. 0 or not 0?
Okay, so it's not 0.
Okay, that's all I was asking.
I think it's probably 0.
Is it 0 or not?
I think it's probably the only reason I say it's not 0 is because Jerry's got this new thing going, Mr. Jerry. And I feel like Casey might be a guest on that at some point.
A guest.
What a guest
that would be.
That would be. It's Miss Casey.
What episode do you think she would feature best on?
You gotta. That's like season 2.
Okay.
Once ratings.
But like what subject?
What's up? Disney World
Okay.
or Epcot, right? She's a big Epcot fan.
Universal.
Universal, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal Studios. She'll give a whole tour of that.
Mm.
I have a weird fascination with Casey. I do. I'll be the first to admit that. I love just what a liar she is. There's something about her interrogation when she's just making up lie after lie. She is the real life George Costanza when he was doing The House in the Hamptons. Have you seen? You don't watch Seinfeld, do you?
Buddy, I was born in 1997.
Well, it's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's on the internet.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh well, I actually
I'm done giving you recommendations of things to watch because you still haven't watched The Rock. You probably still haven't watched Training Day.
You're correct. I tried to watch an episode. I had just moved here, and I was eating lunch one day, and there was an episode of Seinfeld on, and I was like, I'm gonna watch Seinfeld because everybody talks about Seinfeld, and the episode was, they were basically just making fun of the premise of Seinfeld and how stupid it is.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly, but that was the whole thing, and I was like, if even you acknowledge that this is so dumb, like what are any of us doing here? And I didn't laugh once. If you watch that without a laugh track, it's not funny.
I disagree.
You ever tried to watch Friends without the laugh track?
Friends without a laugh track stinks.
Tough.
I mean, you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, right?
No.
Okay. Well, it's pretty much the same
I'm not
show.
a Larry David guy.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. But anyways, there's one episode where George makes up a lie to his fiance's parents because he wants to seem like he's got it all together. He's making a lot of money. Says that he's got a house out in the Hamptons, and he kind of invited them just so that they would say no. But they were like, "Sure, George, we'll go see it." And then he has to drive them out to the Hamptons. He's making up more and more lies about this house that doesn't exist until he literally gets to the beach, and he's like looking around for his house, and it's not there, and he has to admit, yeah, there's no house. It's all fake. This is Casey Anthony in the interrogations, where she was making up stuff about her job at Universal Studios, where she works, what the office is like, her coworkers there. Just lie upon lie upon lie, and she's saying it so confidently and like rapid fire lies. Her brain is just intriguing to me. So,
but it would kind of be like if they got out there and then there was a house, like for her.
Yeah,
like it kind of worked out.
I guess it did work out for her. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people forget that she was found not guilty.
Do they?
Yeah, I think they do. When Casey Anthony dies, does Adam Schefter include her in his end of the year in memoriam tweet?
I'm not familiar with this tweet.
Oh, so he keeps a running document. Thanks for listening to part of my take. He keeps a running document of everybody who passes away during the year. And then at the end of the year, he puts their name in there. So he copies and pastes. They mostly have something to do with football.
Did he include OJ?
He did include OJ. He was right in the middle last. Also, OJ not included in the Oscars in memoriam montage.
Yeah, I saw you say that. Does OJ have a media?
Wasn't he in movies?
Yeah, he was in the Naked Gun movies.
Oh.
He was an actor. He wasn't bad.
Yeah.
That's where he gained a lot of his popularity, like
is being in the movies
and in commercials and a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Sad.
I did watch that documentary about OJ, the new one that's on Netflix.
It was good.
It was good. Again, I feel like we've kind of seen everything there is to be seen with the OJ
I'll watch
trial.
every one of them.
Yeah, I will too. This is probably my like 7th OJ documentary that I've watched, and I know every single part of it already. The only new parts, they had some interviews with Ron Goldman's sister. They had some interviews with one of the jurors and Mark Furman. Mark Furman, just world-class scumbag. And when they asked him, they're like, "Are you racist?" He's like, I can't really argue with anybody that would say that. I can't, if they've made up their mind already, I can't, there's nothing I have to say to make them think I'm not. He was like trying to figure out a way to say that he's not, but he's like, there's just so much documented evidence.
Insane that he would agree
me being
to do that.
A virulent racist. Yeah. I guess he's not really doing that much anymore.
I searched on Twitter Schefter's memoriam tweets, and one came up from 2017. Can you guess who was included in 2017?
Aaron Hernandez.
That's correct. Last name on the list.
Oh, okay.
So you would think worse spot, but that's kind of it's way better to be last than in the middle.
The grand finale.
Yeah, like Era Parsegians in the middle. You glance right over that.
Yeah, you had to do a control F for O.J. Simpson last year when you put that out. But yeah, he was not included in the Oscars. Did you guys watch the Oscars?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why?
Great question.
I love that shit.
Was Conan good? I like Conan.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
I love Conan, and he was also very, I think, willing to make jokes about people that are there,
Yeah,
which I like.
because everybody likes him.
Yes.
But nobody got slapped, which is a big disappointment.
No.
I saw the movie that won all the awards was like,
Honora.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had not heard of that movie prior to this morning, and then I looked into it, and it was quite an interesting film.
Yeah. About sex workers.
Yeah, I was I guess that was the best movie this year.
Are you
apparently.
intrigued by it?
No, it was odd.
So is it a documentary?
No, it's about a sex worker in New York City who marries a European like oligarch's son, and
Okay.
she falls in love with him, and then his parents don't approve because she's a stripper.
Got it.
Jeff Lowe said it's awesome, which means it probably sucks.
No, I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard nothing but like very good things about it.
It won Best Picture.
It's also it's a comedy. Like it's not dramatic or anything.
Oh. I wonder if we go back, can you guys pull up a list of the last 10 Best Picture winners?
I can.
And I just want to know if Big T thinks that they suck or not.
Yes. Okay.
I bet I've never heard of
Okay.
half of them.
No, you.
The
I
only
mean, listen,
I never know.
I went to one movie. I went to one movie in the theaters this year. You know what that movie was?
hang on.
Guess.
Wicked.
Nope.
Wait, this year or last year?
This year.
Like 2025.
I'm going off the Oscars calendar.
Okay.
No,
It's like the NFL
last
league year.
I'm trying to think what movie. I haven't been to a movie in a long time. Like Barbie wasn't this year, right?
No.
That was
Nope.
Oppenheimer.
Also, I didn't see
No,
that.
no,
that
I
was
saw
last time.
Oppenheimer last year.
that was
Yeah.
That was why
year and
my
a half
one movie
ago.
from
Yeah.
last year.
Paddington.
Nope.
What month was it?
I went. It was recent. I think it was January.
Oh,
Oh,
I have no
I
idea.
don't know what.
I went to see Seven, re-release.
Oh.
Movie
Nice.
from 1995. Yeah,
Nice.
that was the one movie that I saw in theaters this year. It's just so much easier to watch a movie on your couch. My couch kicks ass. They don't have couches that. Oh, is that a good business idea?
Well, they all have recliners now,
A movie theater with couches. No one's got couches.
but then you're sharing it with other people. I'd prefer a recliner.
I think it's a couch and one person can sit on it, or two people. It's up to two people. Or two people and a
you
child.
might be onto something.
2 people and a child is the max for the couch. But, you can go by yourself and just lay down on the couch.
Okay, you're gonna dramatically reduce your seating capacity. With
Yeah,
that.
but this is premium.
You're paying
You
$40.
can also pause the movie and get up and go take a piss if you
Okay.
want.
now you're talking.
They've got charging stations for your phone.
If there were movies, I enjoy going to movie theaters.
I actually kind of do too.
If there were good movies coming out.
It's just kind of easier to be on your couch and watch something on TV. It's easier. But I do. It's not that I don't like going to theaters. I just don't do it anymore.
The Honora director, his whole speech last night was, "Go to the movies. It's important to utilize movie theaters."
Pain somehow feels good in a place like this.
Yeah.
All right. So do we have the list of the
I
last
do.
10 Best Picture winners?
Yes. So Honora was.
And also, Big T, if you haven't seen them, give me your Rotten Tomatoes score on it.
Okay.
Give me your movie ranking on the movies that you haven't seen.
I hadn't heard of that movie till this morning. I'm giving it a 17.
17 out of
Percent?
100?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's sex.
Right.
Okay.
Sounds like it's a female lead. It sounds like that knocked a couple points off for Big T.
Yeah.
More than a couple.
She won the Oscar for Best Actress.
There you
too.
go.
Okay. 2023 last year, Oppenheimer.
87.
Okay.
Saw it. Good movie.
Year before that, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I have heard of it. Didn't see it. 36.
It's very confusing.
Well, it sounds like there was everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah,
so
it's
I can see how.
Pretty
Yeah.
confusing. There's a lot going on.
Okay. Year before that, Coda.
Never heard of it. 12.
Is that the deaf one?
Yeah.
Does that impact anything?
No.
What's the soundtrack like for Coda?
Year before that, Nomadland.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Nomad Land.
All one word.
Kind of an oxymoron. 26.
Year
What's that one about?
Frances McDormand is in it, and
She's a widow who leaves her life in Nevada to travel around the United States in her van as nomad.
she also won the Oscar for that as well.
Does that impact your ranking?
No. Don't care. Next.
Okay. Parasite.
Never seen it. You're putting me in a tough spot here. 48.
You're wrong about Parasite. Parasite rocks. That's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Certified fresh.
Never seen it.
Year before that, Green Book.
Never seen it.
It's about racism.
Pro or anti?
It's anti-racism,
Okay.
but
In the movie, they're pro.
in the movie they're pro.
Got it.
So there's something for everybody.
I don't know. 50. I have no idea what happens in it. I don't know.
Year before that, Shape of Water.
Uh,
You'd hate that movie.
Haven't seen it, but I know enough to know that it's a 0.
Fucks a fish.
Yeah, not for me.
Got it. Okay. And then the 10th, Moonlight. Or actually, there's 2 more. Moonlight.
Never seen it. That's the one that they fucked up, right? They said
La
the
La
wrong
Land.
winner.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all of the we're just saying numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. 30.
Okay. And then the last one 10 years ago was Spotlight.
Great movie. 94.
Wow.
Great movie.
Best movie of the last 10 years.
One
easily.
of the best journalism movies ever made.
There have been a lot of really good journalism movies.
Yes.
That one's right at the top.
All right, let's do Mount Rushmore of movies about the news.
Okay.
Spotlight
About
is
journalism.
Yeah.
Like you could say a lot of movies are about the news.
yeah, but I mean about like a
Okay.
newsroom.
The Post,
The Post is good.
All the President's Men,
Kind of the same story,
different movies.
different movie. Zodiac.
Haven't seen that.
Okay, it's a good one. It's about the Zodiac killer
Could have guessed that.
and about the guy from the San Francisco whatever that tracks him down.
Trying to think.
What's the one about Roger Ailes and Megyn Kelly? I saw that.
Um,
Oh, Bombshell?
Bombshell
Yeah.
documentary though, right? Oh no, that was the
Margot Robbie's in
narrative.
that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I like that one.
So that was what year? 2014, 15?
Spotlight or
Yeah.
Spotlight was 2015.
Can you? So is that when they stopped doing movies people had seen? Because Argo was around that time, right?
Argo was 2012.
Yeah, great movie, won Best Picture. What were the others around then?
Here, let me go back.
I think what they did around that time was they expanded the pool with the idea that you would get some like blockbuster movies in there.
It went from
But it actually just got weirder.
5 to 10.
Yeah.
Or went from 5 to 10 in 2008.
Can you just give me Spotlight back like 5 years? Like
Yeah.
what were the 5 before
I mean,
that?
people saw Oppenheimer.
Sure.
Birdman.
I haven't seen it, but I know a lot of people did.
Yeah. 12 Years a Slave. That was a big one.
Okay.
Argo. The Artist.
That's a bit out there, but yeah.
Moneyball lost that year. Could have been.
Dang, it should have
been
won.
Moneyball.
No, Moneyball was kind of bullshit.
Oh, I love that movie.
What? Are you saying the story's kind of bullshit?
The way that they played it up, and they're like, "Oh, the Athletics didn't have anybody." And,
Didn't they have a
and
Cy Young
Billy Beane
winner
was-
that year?
Yeah, they had Barry Zito
They
and-
had the best pitching rotation in maybe the last 20 years. They had Barry Zito, Mark Mulder. Who else? Who am I missing out on? A big T. Hudson.
Tim Hudson.
Tim Hudson was on that rotation too. They had Miguel Tejada, who I believe won the MVP that year. They didn't mention any of those
Yes,
guys.
the team
They're like,
was good.
Kevin Youkilis he has good eyes.
The movie is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a loser, Dad.
Ugh. Stop, I'll cry.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then the year before that is The King's Speech.
Okay, so Spotlight is when they stopped doing movies people had seen.
I mean, I think a lot of people saw Green Book. I think Green Book was like a movie that a lot of people saw and that shouldn't have won.
Yeah, it kind of got thrown in the same bin as Crash.
Yeah, it was like, and Amelia Perez, where it was like, why is this movie winning so many awards?
Yeah, they were like, congratulations, we made a movie about ending racism.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah. I think Parasite, a lot of people saw.
The end of Crash is so preposterous when I think Ryan Phillippe doesn't shoot Terrence Howard, and they're like, thank you for changing. And then Kevin Dillon like saves a black woman's life that he had already sexually assaulted as a cop, and they're like, thank you for ending your personal racism, sir. And then Ludacris frees a family of trafficked Chinese people out of the back of his van that he was planning on selling. And it's like, thank you for changing Ludacris. It's like, congratulations, we did it, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, before that, I will say Big T, these are more like commercially notable movies. Yeah. But it's also because people don't go to the movie theaters anymore, so there's not as much wide distribution as there used to be.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Did the Motion Picture Academy feel it was appropriate to do the Oscars this year with all the wildfires?
Great question. They did do a land acknowledgement.
They did? Okay.
No talk of giving it back, but they did acknowledge.
Okay.
I don't think they did it like they did at the Grammys and then I believe the SAG Awards.
Because I'd heard that
where it was like donate to the LA fires.
They did have a graphic up when Conan was talking about it of like donate here.
And they did have an LA firefighter squad give out
Tell
jokes.
Okay. I was just thinking because I read an article like a month ago saying that they were thinking about not doing the Oscars this year because it would be inappropriate to have like this display of wealth during a time when so many people lost their houses. And I thought to myself, okay, I can see why that might not be a good thing, but you know what would be a worse thing is if they had the Oscars and they said, in times like these, it's now when movies are more important than ever to bring joy into the lives of people who lost.
Yeah, I don't think that was the message that was being sent.
Okay, because they love to suck their own dicks.
Yeah.
They love it.
I think that's kind of what the Grammys did was like, thank God there's music.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's our Oscars roundup.
Yeah.
Anything noteworthy happen?
Adrian Brody had the longest Oscar speech in history. He made them turn off the music. He was getting,
Wrap
cued
it up.
off.
Played off.
And he said, I know how this works. Turn the music off. Let me keep talking.
No, and then he said, I'll wrap it up, and then went on for 2 more minutes. It was absurd.
I heard he threw gum at his wife.
He like won and then no, that sounds great. That sounds like more intense than it is. He like won, got up, and then he was walking up the stairs and he turns around and took the gum out of his mouth and tossed it towards his girlfriend. Also, Adrian Brody lore, his girlfriend, Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
I saw people complaining something having to do with AI about the fact that he won.
Yes, in the movie The Brutalist that he was nominated for and won for, he is Hungarian, and they used AI to enhance his Hungarian accent.
So it's not really acting. He won.
That's
assisted. This was an assisted win. It's like if a sprinter breaks the world record, but there's a 20-mile-an-hour wind at his back.
I would agree with you as yes. It was like the accent was enhanced in certain scenes to, I don't know, make it more realistic.
I hate that.
Yeah. That's also the movie that has the intermission in the middle. It was so long.
I think the more
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. It's like a 3.5-hour movie, so they have a 15-minute intermission in the middle.
I can now firmly say I'm anti-AI.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dancing around this take for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm anti.
Okay.
It's better without it.
Yeah, so that's that. And then Timothée Chalamet robbed.
For Dune?
No, he didn't even get nominated for Dune. He got nominated for Bob Dylan for A Complete Unknown.
Complete Unknown. Okay, I saw Adam Sandler say Chalamet.
Mm-hmm,
that was good. That was my favorite part of the Oscars.
Nice.
Yeah, his
When
little
he said
bit was
it.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could just hear Adam Sandler talk. My big takeaway from the Oscars is that Adam Sandler and I dress exactly the same.
Yes.
And also, I just want to hear him talk because he seems like a cool guy.
Yep, I think that's a good one.
And did he actually get kicked out? Did he leave? I know he didn't get kicked out by security. I know that was a bit that he was doing with Conan. But did he actually leave?
I don't know. I'd imagine he would. I feel like that's not his
Scene.
scene sort of.
That would be awesome if he did leave.
And I don't know if they let him stay in that outfit if it wasn't for the bit.
Yeah.
Also, Ben Stiller live tweeting the Knicks game during the Oscars while he was there.
I like that.
Presenting too.
Yeah, and presenting.
No less.
Ball is life.
On stage.
Yeah.
Back to the intermission thing. What's the max length of a movie before you'd be like, even if you wanted to see it, you're like, I'm not doing that.
Well, I saw Oppenheimer. That was very long.
Was that 3?
Yeah, I think it was over 3. I did get up to pee. I made my own intermission.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is 3 hours, 180 minutes.
I don't think I would ever see a movie that was over 3.5.
The Brutalist
No.
is 215 minutes. So that's
too many minutes.
Ugh.
335.
Too many minutes.
There's no way.
I watched the Da Vinci Code recently. I'd seen it, but I watched it again, and that movie's 3 hours long.
Is it really?
I forgot that. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Yeah, that's one I've been meaning to check out. I'll watch it when you watch Training Day. How about that?
Okay.
You're never going to see that movie.
I will eventually watch it. When? I can't promise. I've made too many promises on the timeline.
Okay.
But I will watch it eventually.
Big T, I got a question for you.
What's that?
What are you teed off about?
That's a great question, Eric. I'd love to answer it for you.
Okay, Connor.
This past Saturday, I went to the UT bar here in Chicago to watch the Tennessee-Alabama basketball game. And I don't go to those things a lot because football, we're usually here. And then there's not usually a ton of basketball games like people are going to go to that are that big. And the bar they used to have it at was shitty, but they've recently changed the bar to a new one. So I was like, I'll go check out the new one for the Alabama game, which obviously the ending was awesome. However, to start the game, like right before the game's about to start, they start playing the song I Hate Alabama, which you may think an apropos thing to play.
Mm-hmm.
If you've listened to the song, however, it's a song in which Alabama beats Tennessee. So I was very mad about that.
Okay.
Then,
That's a fair complaint.
Then with like 4 or 5 minutes left during a commercial, they play Tennessee Fan by Morgan Wallen, another song in which Alabama beats Tennessee. A song virtually indistinguishable, by the way, from I Hate Alabama. It's a wonder nobody got sued out of that whole thing. They're the exact same song. I was like, I'm never coming back to that. We're down like 2 points with 4 minutes left. They're playing a song where Alabama beats Tennessee. I was so mad. And I was like, I'm never coming back. But then we won, so I don't know. Now it's up in the air.
Yeah, so does it concern you that so many Tennessee songs are about them losing to Alabama?
Well, those were all
'Cause it's
written.
happened a lot.
Those were all written prior to 2022, which
Right.
is when we took over.
Yeah, so we need a new one.
Yes, we do.
I can understand that. That will take the wind out of your sails a little bit. You're looking around like, does anybody else here get it?
I
you guys seeing
literally
what I'm
was
seeing?
looking around being like, is anyone else mad about this?
And no one else was mad?
No, everybody's singing, dancing. Like, it's time to lock in.
We need a new
guys.
song. Lock in.
Yeah,
Like, you should expect to beat Alabama.
I do.
I know you do. That was an awesome game, though.
Yeah, it was sick.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It's March.
Big T sent me a picture of a guy at the bar. And if you're out there listening, shout out this guy. He was wearing a Tennessee Volunteers jersey, customized. What jersey was that, by the way? Was that like the 20th alternate? Have they ever worn that? 'Cause
No,
it was like
it's
black and orange.
It's a thing that comes up on like Instagram ads.
Okay.
That's not a real UT jersey.
It looked
but
like a Philadelphia Flyers jersey.
Yeah, because I've seen the same ad pop up on all my stuff, and they're from China and whatever. But
It was a customized jersey that said, Malort me.
correct.
And then he was also wearing a hat, and the back of his hat said, this guy needs Malort.
With 2 thumbs pointing at himself.
Pointing at himself. So I told Big T to buy that guy some fucking Malort, and I'll Venmo him. Big T did not buy him Malort.
As I told you, if you had preemptively Venmo'd me, I would have bought him one. But you said that in the middle of Tennessee, Alabama, pretty big basketball game, and I didn't want to go up to that guy and be like, hey, like, my buddy said, I took a picture of you, sent it to someone who then said to buy you a shot.
You could have just said, "Here's some Malort." He's wearing two separate items that it's an open request to anybody in the bar.
But
to
then
give him
that's
Malort.
a very pick me thing. Am I giving into bad behavior by doing
You're
that?
rewarding the wrong behavior.
Now, it's funny. It's a funny outfit. It's a good gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to feed into that behavior?
And this guy apparently also had, in your words, a bionic leg.
I believe he either had a prosthetic leg or something akin to that.
This guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you know this man, he lives in the Chicagoland area. Tell me what bars he likes to go to. I know one bar because Big T told me, but tell me where he hangs out. I will make the rounds to those bars until I find him, and I will buy this man a shot of Malort.
Okay.
That
sounds like a plan.
This is my goal.
Do you want to come to the next basketball watch party?
Who do you guys play on Saturday?
South Carolina. Saturday's not a very big one. I assume for the SEC tournament they'll do them.
I assume he'll be there, but I mean every game's kind of big right now.
Yeah, going for a 1 seed.
Going for? You think you're gonna get it?
I think we have to go 2-0 this week, and I think Bama needs to lose to Auburn.
You think Auburn? You would be a 1 seed over Auburn?
No, Auburn and Duke are locks.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Houston is a near lock. And then the third one's between us, Florida, and Alabama.
Okay.
The problem is they play each other on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. So one of them will get a big win.
Big T, I'm rooting for you, but also Auburn's better than you.
Why are you? This has nothing to do with. I don't think you're very caught up. This has nothing to do with Auburn.
Okay. All right.
Auburn is a lock. They are the number
Yes.
1 overall seed no matter what happens. This has nothing to do with.
I do think that it's a possibility that Tennessee beats Auburn in the SEC tournament.
Okay. I'm confused why you're talking about Auburn. Auburn has nothing to do with this.
I just want to put some respect on Bruce Pearl.
Okay.
It sounds anti-Bruce of you.
What are you
Okay.
What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with Auburn.
Okay. Going for a 1 seed.
You know there's 4 of those, right?
I'm aware. I'm aware how the bracket works.
Okay. So Auburn locked in, number 1 overall seed,
Yep.
no matter what happens.
Okay.
Duke locked in, number 2, no matter what happens.
Yep.
Houston probably 3rd. And then 4th is between Tennessee, Florida, Alabama. Tennessee just beat Alabama. They split with Florida. Then Florida and Alabama play this week.
Okay. Got it.
We're
So-
ahead of Alabama in pretty much every metric and behind Florida in some of them.
So you're rooting for Alabama to beat Florida.
Probably. And then to lose to Auburn.
Yeah. And then because you also have that recent win against Alabama that looks good,
Yes.
especially if they beat a team like Florida.
Yes.
Got it. What's going on with Florida? Did we just forget about everything with Florida?
If they went 13-18, Todd Golden would have been fired.
Yes. But
However, they're awesome.
they're very good.
So Todd Golden's just they closed nothing happened.
So the investigation has been completed,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns out it's all good.
All good to go.
The
Right as rain.
Executive summary of the investigation was, we're fighting for a 1 seed right now.
Great basketball team. Outstanding.
Yeah, that's the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding basketball team
Yep.
this year, because that was some weird stuff.
Yeah, but he didn't do it. So
All right. Well, good luck, Big T.
thanks. I still don't know what you're talking about with Auburn.
I just want to make sure that we're putting respect on Bruce Pearl's name.
I love Bruce Pearl.
He's a great coach. You excited for the tournament?
Yeah, I'm always excited for the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Who's got a chance?
Of winning the title.
Yeah, give me some non-1 seeds.
Non-1 seeds. I think Missouri could make a very deep run. Iowa State. I don't think they can win the title, but I think they could get pretty far. Who else isn't a 1 seed? I mean, the group of Tennessee, Florida, Bama, whoever ends up not being a 1. Michigan State, maybe?
I think Michigan State's got a chance.
Yeah, that would be my group for the most part of non-1 seeds.
About the Johnnies.
They're really good.
Patino.
They'll be in the Sweet 16 for sure.
Love that. What about the JMU Dukes? Sunbelt champions.
I haven't watched any JMU this year, but I saw that like 8 teams won the Sunbelt.
I think it was 4.
Yeah.
I think 4 teams won the Sunbelt. Coco champions.
But y'all are the 2 seed in the tournament, so you get the quadruple bye.
You get the huge bye.
Yeah.
So we get automatic bye into the semifinals.
Which is a great setup.
It is. I love looking at the Sunbelt bracket. I don't think we're as good as we were last year, but we got hot last year too, in the tournament. That was cool. But yeah, Coco Sunbelt champions, pretty cool.
I'm locked in on the A-Sun tournament starting tonight because I bet Queens University to win it plus 4,500. I saw some guy on TikTok say they beat all the top teams this year in the conference and that they could win it. So
okay.
I'm in on Queens.
You tailing that?
Yeah.
Big T, are you related to Jake Knapp, the golfer?
Not to my knowledge, but he's on quite a heater right now.
I love that guy. Well, he had one bad hole on Sunday. He probably would have. Well, he definitely would have qualified for Arnold Palmer's tournament next week, but he had one bad hole. He had a triple, I think, on 11, and he was hitting shots out of the water. He was doing the thing where he was taking his shoes off and his socks, standing in the water, trying to chip up onto the green. Did not work out for him. Got a triple, cost himself big time. But I just want to say, for the record, I love this guy, Jake Knapp. I love watching his swing. It's like the smooth. Watch his swing, Big T. Everybody out there, if you've ever seen a golf swing and just been like, oh, that's nice, Jake Knapp has one of those swings where it's like meditating watching it.
He also, have you seen where he tees the ball up?
So close to the...
Like on the tee marker.
Yeah. It gives me anxiety watching that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude rocks. I hope he qualifies for the Masters because Arian told me like a month ago, he's like, hey, this Jake Knapp guy, watch him, bet on him for the Masters. He's plus 20,000 to win the Masters. So I took a flyer on him. Then I've been obsessed with watching him because he's so smooth.
Have you seen his girlfriend?
I have. He's got a good girlfriend.
Nice.
She seems very nice.
Yeah.
Other fun fact about Jake Knapp, he has one pan that he uses to cook all his food in.
Love that.
So he's like minimalist. Seems like a good guy. Got a mullet and a mustache. This is my kind of guy. Don't know anything else about him. But from what I see, I like it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I'll look into it though.
Okay.
It's not it's an odd last name. It's not common, but you see it every so often.
Yeah.
Remember Greg Knapp?
I do.
Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by Sport Clips. It's not just where you get a haircut. It's your playbook for looking fresh. You can walk in, catch the game, sit back while the pros and men's hair handle the rest. And when you're done, walk out feeling like you're ready to take on anything. No hassle, no surprise, just a solid cut every time. It's simple, it's easy, it's made for guys who want to feel like they've got the home field advantage. If you want to track your real-time wait times, download the app, check in online, make sure to get the MVP experience. The legendary steaming towel, the hot towel, it's so refreshing. They got the game on. Sport Clips, the haircut experience dialed in for guys. It's a game changer. I feel like I've been seeing Sport Clips more recently. I feel like they're expanding.
They should be.
They're all over the place. It's the best place to get your haircut. Check it out. It's a game changer. And download that app so you don't have to wonder how long the wait is. You can check it out, and you can check in online.
I have some terrible news. Do you know Greg Knapp got hit by a car riding his bike and died?
No.
Apparently in 2021.
That is terrible news.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Greg Knapp.
Damn it, Big T.
Yeah. This is the first I'm hearing of this as well.
And his middle name, Fishbeck. Gregory Fishbeck Knapp. R.I.P.
Good coach.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Sorry to bring it down.
Anybody mad off about anything or macked off? Macked up? Mad up?
I don't think so.
Had a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. No. I think I've been experiencing joy.
Experience? Are we holding space for joy right now?
I think we're holding space for joy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so-
Did
that's
anyone
so
hold
powerful.
space last night?
There was a lot of space being held for Defying Gravity.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
They performed that, right?
They did. Gave me full body chills.
Did she sing well?
Amazing.
How's she looking?
Which one, Cynthia or Ariana?
Ariana. She
Frail.
healthy? No?
She's looking frail. I loved her dress, but she was looking very frail. Yeah, I mean the Oscars. I'm just glad like Amelia Perez lost a ton, so I'm happy for that.
Why don't we like her?
So Amelia Perez is a movie.
Oh, okay.
Wait, do you not know about this movie?
No.
You're kidding.
No.
I didn't know what it was until somebody posted on their Instagram story last night, like one of the songs,
Yeah.
and I was like, "That literally has to be fake. There's no way."
I would like to know
Everybody
about
pause.
sex
We're,
change
we're,
operations.
you don't know
that's
this
what I
song.
heard.
You don't know this song.
Until 10 seconds ago, I thought it was a
All
woman
right,
that I was
we're
supposed to
playing
hate
the song
because
right
maybe
now.
she said
we
something
can't
bad
play it in the
about.
podcast.
I know.
Oh, just you wait till you hear about one of the actresses in the
while,
movie.
while we're listening, go and listen to for yourself.
Yes,
Okay.
PFT. We're taking a 53-second break, and you're going to listen to
It's
this song.
unreal.
I can't. You've never seen this?
Never seen it.
Oh my goodness.
I watch sports.
All right,
So
here we
true.
go.
What the fuck is this movie?
That was nominated for. Was that nominated for Best Picture?
I believe
It
so,
was
yeah.
winning. It won Best Picture at the Golden Globes. It won, but like it was the movie.
Is that the one that Selena? Is she in that?
Selena Gomez is in it.
Yeah.
Is it about just sex change operations?
So I didn't see it. I refused to give my money to that movie. But the synopsis is a Mexican lawyer is offered, which is Zoe Saldana.
Mm-hmm.
A Mexican lawyer is offered an unusual job to help a notorious cartel boss retire and transition into living as a woman, fulfilling a long-held desire. So,
And it's a musical.
yeah.
Is it based on a true story?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think it's based on there was
It's based
a play.
on someone's. Oh, okay.
I think
Yes,
we've,
it's an adapted screenplay.
I think we've reached the end of new movie ideas. I think that's the last one. That's the last idea.
I can't believe you haven't heard of
No,
this.
I haven't.
So-
I haven't seen any movies this year.
So, but wait. So, it was winning at the beginning of the award season. So, the first couple award shows of the season, it was winning everything. Like, Best Picture, Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana won, like, every Best Supporting Actress award for this role. Everything. Then the controversy started, well, because everyone's like, this is such a terrible movie. Like, why is this winning? And it's obviously about, it's a Mexican movie, and Mexicans were offended by this movie because they were like, this is an extremely poor reflection of our culture and all of these things. Then the transgender woman in this movie, who was the cartel boss, I believe, they found out that this woman has gone on these insanely racist Twitter rampages before, including going after Selena Gomez, who was in this movie. And so then it got crazier because it's all of these tweets about these, like, and when I say racist, I mean like real racist.
Like, how racist are we talking about here?
Hold on, I can pull up some tweets. And they were like 10, 12 years ago.
Well, that's before we knew that racism was wrong.
Well, right, of course. Oh, there's apparently ones about George Floyd, so not that long ago. So she's tweeting all of this stuff. Amelia Perez is already getting controversy because they're like, this is a really bad movie and it's winning all of these awards. Like, and it's a Netflix film, so people are like, did Netflix pay for all these awards? Like, what's going on? And then those tweets come out. And then that woman stopped coming to awards shows. She was there last night. Conan made a joke about it. But yes, so that was like this. It's a Crash. It's also like was being compared to Crash because they're like, this is a horrible movie. Who is liking this? Who is this for? And so it stopped after the.
So it's like a movie that people who are opposed to trans rights will hate it because it's about a transition, and people who are in favor of trans rights hate it because
it does a really bad
terrible
job
movie
talking
that does a bad job talking about it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And then Mexican people hate it because they're like, you are basically saying our culture is like drug cartels and a very bad representation of us.
So that does bring up an interesting point because I can't remember the last movie about Mexico that did not feature a cartel. Do they make those?
I just remember, wasn't The Mule about a Mexican drug cartel?
I would guess probably
I saw
with that name. Yeah.
That Clint Eastwood was a John Mulaney joke. Clint Eastwood was a cartel runner, and he had multiple threesomes in the movie.
There's Sicario, which is an awesome movie, but that's just about the cartel. Traffic. Man on Fire. Wasn't that also... I think that was cartel adjacent. Yeah, they just don't make movies about.
Um,
It's like making a movie about Ireland that doesn't have an old guy that's just absolutely fucked up in a pub.
PFT,
like
are
falling
you
off the
familiar
stool.
with The Substance?
Yes.
Was that the one with Bradley Cooper?
No.
I don't know, but what
No.
this just came across my desk. Like, what is this movie?
So The Substance.
Oh, that was the new one with Demi Moore.
yes.
Okay, it was that one is a commentary on
Aging women in Hollywood.
aging women. Yeah,
But it's a horror movie,
yeah.
like a body horror movie.
And then one of the Kardashians was like, I absolutely love how Demi Moore looks. I must know her secrets for how she took away the complete wrong example from that
sense.
movie. That like she missed the point so hard that she was like, this is a really good movie for skincare.
Yeah. But yeah,
She looks
The
great.
Substance. The Substance. I am not a horror person, but I've heard that that's an amazing movie as well. Dennis Quaid plays like a Harvey Weinstein character in it.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, are you learning about The Substance for the first time right now?
Yeah, it just came across my desk.
Yeah. Also a Best Picture nominee. Demi Moore won pretty much almost every award besides the Oscar for that movie.
Would it kill Hollywood to make a movie about World War II? We haven't had one of those in, 5 years? What was the last? Look that up, Big T. What was the last World War II movie that we had? I want a movie about, I want Hitler on meth. I want
Well,
Dunkirk.
I mean,
Dunkirk. Yeah, that was probably the last.
Oppenheimer.
Isn't Oppenheimer? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good, fair point. Oppenheimer was last
Yeah.
year. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't
But
want
that was about science.
but it was about
That was a
War
movie
II.
about doing science.
My lasting memory of that movie is they're about to detonate the atomic bomb, and then Josh Peck shows up out of nowhere. That's, if you ask me about that movie, that's the first thing I think of.
Sitting naked in chairs, post coitus, looking at each other
Yep,
as one does.
at a communist get together,
Yep.
as one has.
But I don't count Oppenheimer's not a movie. Yeah, it's a movie about. It's actually the opposite. It's about ending World War II.
But do you see where having World War II in that sentence would beg it to be a World
I don't.
War II
I don't
movie?
see the connection.
Yeah, but before that, I think Dunkirk was a
Yeah.
big one.
It just feels like we're due for another one.
Maybe we'll get one.
Are there? What would you? Is there anything out there that you would like to see a movie about? Anything that's happened in history that you feel has been undercovered?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
It would have to be pretty recent
Yeah.
for there to not be a movie about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think on that.
Okay. Do you guys have any suggestions?
That hasn't had any movie made about it?
Mm-hmm. They should do a movie about the NFL draft.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
have like
really
real
good.
NFL players in it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but not great ones.
What if they had ones that weren't drafted?
That wouldn't
but
make
th-
any sense.
But then they put them in the movie about
that
the
wouldn't
draft.
that would make zero sense, Big T. That's your worst idea ever.
Oh, sorry.
I also want
I want to see a movie with Kevin Costner where he gets to ride a horse.
and Diddy.
Oh, a movie about Diddy?
Oh, Diddy, yeah. There's like
Ooh, that would
documentaries.
be good.
There's documentaries, but a full movie.
I don't think that anybody would want to play Diddy. That's a
In
problem.
the same way that like
Yeah.
the whole The Apprentice, like no one wanted to talk to them about Trump.
Yeah, that would be one of the roles that would be tough to fill, I think. Like nobody wants to play Hitler, right?
I don't think so.
Epstein movie. Oh, we need to talk about that.
Bag fumble.
The list came out. Here's the thing. If anyone's listened to the show for any extended period of time, if you heard the numerous conversations we've had with Brace and Liz from TrueAnon, you know that there's already an Epstein list out there. I don't know what people are saying that the new list is going to be, what files they're declassifying. What we're really looking for is what disappeared out of his safe in his New York townhome from the point where the FBI raided it and then left and then came back. And then all of his documents were gone. All the hard drives, the CDs, whatever they were, the storage, all that was gone. That's what we really want. No one has that, to my knowledge. Somebody took it. But the list that was supposed to come out last week, it got delayed, and then finally they released a binder to libs of TikTok and who else?
DC Drano.
Jack Posobiec.
DC Drano, Libs of TikTok, Liz Wheeler.
Jack Posobiec has really had a strange career arc since 2015, 2000. He was a number one pizza guy.
And I know who that
guy.
is, but Mackenzie doesn't.
He was one of the people who was at the forefront of Pizzagate.
Oh.
Where he was saying that there's a Comet ping pong pizza place in D.C. and Hillary Clinton has an underground sex dungeon filled with kids.
Right.
And then somebody showed up there and tried to shoot it up. And then they're like, okay, yeah, there's nothing here. So they kind of forgot about that. But he was a number one Pizzagate guy. So they got a binder, and the binder is like all redacted. Is that right?
Yes.
So we haven't learned anything.
Yeah, like there had been Epstein files released that were not redacted, that in this binder that they got were redacted.
So they did more redactions.
Yes.
Now, I will defend the redactors here. I used to work in a job where I had to send out examples of work that we've done in the past to prospective future clients, and I had to protect the privacy and all the trade secrets and what have you from the people that we had worked with in the past. So I had to redact a lot of things. Redacting is kind of awesome. You get to do the rectangle tool, and you get to do the black bars on everything. It feels like you're making a CIA document. It's a very powerful feeling. So I can understand somebody getting a little, heavy-handed with the redactions. But so we haven't learned anything yet, right?
I don't believe
You're never gonna learn anything, dude. What are you talking about? You think they have a list of like Jeffrey Epstein's top sexual predator aides,
Right.
that they've just been sitting on, not doing anything with, and then they're gonna tell you about it?
That's what some people think.
There's a word for those people.
Yeah. Redacted.
Correct.
Yeah. That word has been fully redacted. There is evidence that's out there somewhere. It's probably been destroyed, but it was when they raided the townhome. They had probably video files that were just taken and they disappeared. Epstein might have been working alongside intelligence because he was originally arrested in Palm Beach. And who was the guy? Was his name Acosta?
Jim Acosta?
No, not the news guy.
Who are you talking about?
He was the former, I think he was the secretary, attorney general of Florida, maybe.
Oh, I have no idea.
But he was Trump's secretary of labor. But he was in charge of prosecuting the Epstein case, the original Epstein case back in the 2000s when he got arrested, and he gave him that sweetheart deal where he was allowed to do basically it was camp. He was in summer camp. He could leave and go to work and go to his town. He could bounce around and live his normal life as long as he slept most days a week in this private prison cell that was like a country club. It was whoever that guy was. I want to say it was the attorney general of Florida at the time. He was told
Alexander Acosta?
that sounds right. He was told to let him go and to not pursue it further because he belonged to intelligence. That was what happened back in the 2000s. So if anybody knows, it would be him or the people that he was talking to at the time, how deep the Epstein thing went. I don't think that we have any documents. Yes, we have some of the flight logs. We've got those. And there's a lot of big names on those logs. There's also it was an all-time day for fake Epstein logs.
Yeah.
The fake list coming out.
Acosta, then the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, agreed to a plea deal to grant immunity from all federal criminal charges to Epstein,
Yep.
along with four named co-conspirators and any unnamed potential co-conspirators.
Yep.
That agreement, quote, essentially shut down an ongoing FBI probe into whether there were more victims and other powerful people who took part in Epstein's sex crimes. At the time, this halted the investigation and sealed the indictment.
Yep. And then that guy became, I think he was Secretary of Labor.
He was.
In the first Trump administration.
Correct, 2017 to 2019.
And I'm not out here being like, oh, it's Republicans. There were a lot of prominent Democratic donors that flew. Like Bill Clinton was all over that plane. Yes. Donald Trump was on that plane. Yes. Bill Gates was on that plane. Yes. So we're not going to know.
Did you think you were going to know, though?
No.
My question is, to the people who believe there's this magic list out there that the government has of all these people who were doing terrible things with Jeffrey Epstein, why haven't they been arrested? Like,
Yeah.
like why are they just? We're gonna wait for the list to come out.
The
Like,
list- some people thought that the list is coming out and now there will be a mass amount of arrests. Like Tom Hanks is going to go to
Well,
prison.
that's nonsense.
Yeah, it's not, but it's a fantasy that people had cooked up, and it spiraled and spiraled. And then when they did this fake list reveal, everybody was like, "This has got to be a distraction from the actual chess move that's going on right now." And as we speak, Bill Gates is being hauled off to a gulag. And also, Tom Hanks was he? I feel like Tom Hanks. Everybody thinks that he was on. I haven't seen. Maybe he was.
I have no idea.
I don't think that he was, because I think there's a lot of fake lists out there.
Good in the Da Vinci Code. Though.
Seems like it's fake news.
Yeah. But now everyone's like, "Oh, Tom Hanks, he's in a secret prison in Australia when he's hosting SNL." The lore has gotten out of control. Anyways, look into the plea deal that he was given in the 2000s. That's where you find out what's going on. All right, we have voicemails today?
We do.
Okay, these voicemails are brought to you by our good friends over at Cook Unity. I'm very excited about Cook Unity. Before this episode started, I just sent Mad Dog a list of meals that I'm ordering from Cook Unity. I'm getting in shape. We're all getting in shape, guys. And Cook Unity is helping me out. I'm pulling up my list of things that I'm getting here. I'm getting baked swai in Cajun pan sauce, seared chicken with Thai basil, Peruvian chicken with ají verde, pesto chicken bowl, and I'm getting tourlouk, which is, I believe, a Greek ratatouille. It all sounds great, and it all sounds healthy. You can crush your weight goals with meals crafted to be nutrient-dense and delicious from Cook Unity. Each portion is crafted with local in-season ingredients, high in protein, fiber, and unsaturated fats. It's sent fresh, not frozen, and delivered to your door, all at a fraction of the cost and time that it takes to meal prep. What I like about Cook Unity, these dishes are designed by famous chefs, and it's also kind of regional. So you're getting fresh food. You choose from hundreds of meals made by all-star chefs, or you can let the app curate a menu based on your preferences. No cleanup, no meal planning. Meals delivered fully cooked, ready to heat and eat in as little as 5 minutes. Crush your health goals with nourishing, convenient, chef-crafted meals delivered straight to your door. Go to cookunity.com/dose or enter code DOSE before checkout. Get 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week when you use code DOSE or by going to cookunity.com/dose. I will let you guys know how these meals are, but looking at the pictures, looking at the ingredients, I'm very, very excited to start with Cook Unity. So let's get healthy together, guys. 6-pack for the summer. Woo.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Macrodosing crew? This is Miles from upstate New York. Shout out Mac, vamos gatos, you know what I'm saying? But I've got a question for Mr. PFT Commenter.
All right.
So, I mean, the thing that I think separates you the most from other podcasters is that you can fucking rip the guitar. I mean, you fucking play the shit out of that thing, brother. So I've been playing for a bit.
I like this guy.
Nothing serious, you know, just chilling. But I got my first live show coming up with one of my friends. You know, people actually like buy tickets. It's gonna be a fucking cool thing. So I was wondering what advice you have for somebody who's about to go play some live music for the first time. When, I mean, I don't even know what stage fright is because I've never been on a stage, but I'm sure I'm gonna have it. So like, you know, anything like that, any tips. But yeah, stay beautiful. Peace.
All right, that's a good question. Any tips? So here's the thing. He's very nice. I don't consider myself to be a great guitar player. I feel like I'm an average to slightly above average guitar player. But if you're not a guitar player, you would listen to me play and be like, oh shit, he's good. If you are a guitar player and you listen to me play, you're like, oh, he's all right. So I've done a good job tricking people into thinking that I'm good at guitar. My advice, I don't really have that much advice. I would say, don't know if you're a partier, if you're a drinker, but I would limit my alcohol consumption before the show. So you're going to want to take the edge off and have, you know, some drinks. I would try to not do that and just have fun and go out and enjoy it on stage, because I've seen a lot of people have a few too many. They get on stage, they think they sound good. They don't sound good to people who are not drunk. So I would limit your consumption before your show, and then just look at the drummer. If you get nervous at all, just look at the drummer and lock in with what the drummer's doing and act like it's just you guys jamming out in the basement. And yeah, that's about it.
Do you think you could teach me to play guitar?
Define play guitar. Like play a song?
No, like be able to play the guitar.
Yeah, I could teach you.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, well,
it's always been in the back of my head, like eventually I want to learn to play guitar, but it's too much of a thing.
It takes practice. That's the thing. I could teach you, but you would have to put in the hours when we're not practicing, and you'd have to do it on
That's
your own.
fine.
You would do that?
I know I couldn't teach myself. Like I couldn't watch YouTube videos and do that.
Right. Agreed.
But I would never ever go to like a guitar lesson.
Yeah. It's way easier to learn how to play guitar when you're like 13 years old.
Right.
And that's your thing that you're doing.
Right.
And you don't have bills, you don't have to grocery shop, you don't have
Right.
a life. When you're 13, it's like, okay, you go to school, you come home, you listen to music, maybe you talk on the phone with your friends for a little bit, maybe you play some video games, maybe you have sports practice, but besides that, it's like you got a lot of time to kill.
I play enough video games I could carve some time out.
Could you?
Yeah.
You're willing to make that sacrifice?
How much? Hour a day?
Hour a day? If you
Yeah.
if you legitimately sat down and practiced for an hour a day, I could get you serviceable at guitar in about a year.
See, that's a long time.
I know.
If it's 2 hours a day, does that cut it down to 6 months?
You're not going to actually do 2 hours a day.
I could do 2 hours a day.
I promise you will not do 2 hours a day.
Why?
That's a lot of time.
Okay.
To do nothing but play guitar?
I mean, if I'm trying to learn guitar, we're going to learn guitar.
Okay. We could knock it down to like 8 months.
All right. I might. We'll talk this summer.
Okay. I was a guitar teacher for a little bit.
Really?
And that was fun. It was a very fun job.
Was that alongside used dog salesman?
No, that was when I was high school, college. So
Nice.
I would do that, and you could tell who practices and who lies and says that they practice, but they didn't actually practice.
Right.
But that's just the reality of it. If you don't practice on your own time outside the lesson, you're not going to get better.
Only cheating yourself.
You're only cheating yourself. Every practice will be used like catching up and redoing half the stuff you did at the previous practice. Yeah. But yeah, don't get too drunk. That's my advice.
I might make you teach me guitar. After March Madness, of course. I mean, we're not starting today.
You got to have a goal too.
Okay. My goal is to be proficient at playing guitar.
A specific goal.
What is more specific?
Like
than
a
that?
certain song you want to learn.
But see, I feel like I could learn a song in a week. And I used to be able to play 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton on the piano. I can't play the piano.
Yeah.
But I could play that song.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
But I couldn't play the piano.
All right. Well, you let me know if you want to learn.
Okay. I think I might.
All right, next one.
What's up, guys? This is Noah from Columbia, South Carolina. Go Cox. I have a question for Big T, and if anybody else has any input, feel free. This was going around on X, the Everything app, the other day. Out of every president, which one do you think would win a Royal Rumble? And, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good discussion. Me and the boys, we're talking about it for about 30 minutes in the group chat the other day. And I think we've come to a pretty good reasoning that we think Roosevelt would take the cake. Let me know what y'all think.
That's a good guess. So we have to, it's while they were president.
Yeah. So we can't go. Gerald Ford was a good college football player.
But he was
He was
in
a
his
center.
60s when he was president. So, I mean, 2/3 of them are knocked out immediately.
Mm-hmm. Old guys, frail guys.
I think your top 5 contenders are Roosevelt, Washington,
Wait, which Roosevelt?
Theodore.
Not FDR?
Yeah.
Be hard to get him out of the ring. That would be very difficult to throw FDR out of the ring.
Sure.
Okay. Because that's the Royal Rumble rule, right?
Correct. Yeah, you got to toss him over the ropes.
It's not pin. It's toss him over the ropes.
Correct.
FDR.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
Lincoln was a big dude. He's got to be in there.
He was a wrestler.
Was he really?
He was an accomplished wrestler. Yeah.
I was not aware of that. So I think Teddy, Abe, George.
Mm-hmm.
Is Obama in there? A younger guy. He's in good shape, plays basketball.
He moves pretty well. He's kind of gangly.
He's got length to him.
He's got length, but I feel like he would be easier to toss than, say, Bill Clinton. Because Bill Clinton was a big man. He's very skinny now, but when he was in office, yeah, he was.
John Mulaney's got a good bit on that.
Yeah.
He said the Bill Clinton that we grew up with was a Buddy Garrity-esque character.
Yeah, he was a big boy. He would go out on these runs with the Secret Service, and he'd be like, "Hill, I'm going out for my run," and then he'd go down the street and he would just run to a McDonald's.
The man.
And eat. Yeah.
Is that our top 5?
I think that's a pretty good list. No respect for Taft.
How well is he going to move in there?
I don't know.
You're basing your list on ability to remain in the ring, which I guess is the goal of the Royal Rumble. But are they going to be able to get anyone out?
I think you could get. I don't think Taft could move well enough. I think that you could find like 2 other presidents that would team up and both work together to throw Taft out.
Right. If you're telling me Lincoln was a wrestler, I'm inclined to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
But GW, just all-time badass, was a military general. Still, he was young when he was president, right? Not young, but 40s.
George W. Bush was not a general.
George Washington.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about George W. Bush.
No, dude.
Yeah, George Washington was the commander of the Continental Army. And I think he was like 6'2", which was huge for back then.
Right. How old was he when he was president?
He couldn't have been that old. I think he was kind of young. Thomas Jefferson, also a big guy.
He was 57.
He was 57 when he took office, so maybe not.
How old was TJ? Because I just know he was a very big man for that
58.
day. Okay, so yeah. I don't think TJ's got – he doesn't have the grit. He's more of like a, pretty boy.
Yeah, so I think I'm going Honest Abe.
That's a good – yeah. I don't think you'll have any argument from me.
He was 6'4"?
He was, yeah, I think about 6'4", taller than the hat. Injury concerns, though.
Sure.
Teddy Roosevelt, he played through pain. Got shot in his chest, finished the speech. Also, he was a fucking badass dude in the Rough Riders.
5'10".
Yeah, but stout.
Yeah.
But powerful.
Yeah.
He used to go swimming the Potomac River, naked. Well, probably the last president who will ever do that.
FDR 6'2". People don't talk about that.
Was he really?
Yeah, standing.
As the crow flies? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he would be difficult to throw out. Very hard.
Yeah. Does he get the chair?
He stands up and he folds it up and hits somebody over the head with it.
Yeah. Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill, 5'6".
Really?
Yeah.
5'6", probably like 250.
No.
He's a portly man.
Yeah, for 5'6", he probably weighed 195.
He used to wake up every morning with a cigar and a giant glass of brandy, and then he would read the paper in bed, and then he would have another glass of brandy. Then he'd have another one as a treat.
Mussolini, 5'7".
Yeah. All right, good question. I think Kyle Hamilton posed that question on Twitter.
X.
The safety for the Ravens. Good question, though.
Okay, last voicemail.
But I responded to it. I said, future President Logan Paul is the correct answer.
What about Barron?
No, I don't think that Barron's.
He's a unit, dude.
Yeah, I know he's big,
He's scrawny, though.
but he's the son of a rich guy.
Soft.
Yeah, it might be soft. I don't know if he's ever experienced adversity.
Goes to NYU.
Yeah, he's caught his mom. He probably breastfed until he was like 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But Logan, I think there's 5% chance Logan Paul gets elected president
That's so scary.
at some
Don't
point.
even.
What's your percentage on Stephen A. then? It's got to be
Stephen A.
higher than that.
Stephen A. is 25.
wow.
Yeah.
That he gets elected,
Yeah.
not becomes the nominee.
Yeah. I think
Wow.
25%.
So then you think like 50% chance he's the nominee.
Yeah. I think it might be at some point Stephen A. Smith against Logan Paul.
Oh,
All right, we got another one?
yeah.
Macrodosing, I have a question. I'm not new to Barstool, new to Macrodosing. I've become a big fan
Welcome.
from the Raleigh area of North Carolina.
All right.
Nice town.
Research
Question
triangle.
is this. We always play games about like where people went to school or people that played for certain teams, etc. My question for you is this. If you could have like a starting 5 or a starting 11 or a starting 22 on a football team, and then you could consider any player who ever played at that school, whoever or who was ever on that team, professional versus college, what college team would you pick? For example, like if we're talking like UNC basketball, you'd be able to pick from your starting 5 from anyone who ever went there ever, right? Likewise, if you're playing professional football or talking about professional football, you'd be able to pick from amongst everyone who's ever played there over time. So basically, it's what team or college, whatever, has had the most best players and that would give you the best chance to win against any team ever. So, and my question to you is, who would you pick, whether it be college basketball, college football, NBA, NFL? I used to have these discussions with one of my buddies back in the day, and I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are. Thanks. Love the show. Bye.
All right. First of all, obviously, we're going to have to do each sport.
Yes, we got to break it up.
We'll start with, are we doing just colleges or professional too? I feel like college, because professional, everybody bounces around so much.
Yeah.
Like you could put,
Let's go college.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two for, you want to do football or basketball first?
do football first.
There's two that come to mind for football, and that would be Michigan,
Okay.
and then I think I would go LSU over Bama.
See, I was thinking USC also.
Good choice. Yeah. Who's your quarterback?
Leinart? Or
Carson Palmer. Probably Carson Palmer, yeah.
Then you've got, the backfield of Reggie Bush and O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
We're running the option, boys.
Yeah.
You just wanted OJ on your team.
And then you've got what receivers do we have at USC?
Let's see. Best all-time receivers at USC. I'm only thinking of recent ones that I don't know that they would
receiver
be.
might be a little thin.
Because, not if you have Mike Williams.
True.
But Steve Smith.
Okay.
Not fuck your wife, Steve Smith.
Correct.
Yeah. Class act, Steve Smith.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn Johnson. Okay.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju. See, yeah, it's a little thin though at receiver.
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra. Yeah. Still
So Michigan is.
potent offense.
Are we going with Brady?
Yeah, basically taking Michigan for Tom Brady. Yeah.
Okay.
And also they've got a fuckload of great offensive linemen that went there. You've got Charles Woodson, Desmond Howard. Who would be the running back?
The only Michigan running back that's coming to my mind right now is Mike Hart.
Yeah. I'm just basically going for Tom Brady. But LSU, you take your pick.
So you would go Burrow.
Or Jaden. Two-headed monster.
Forgot about that. You would go Jaden Daniels.
No, I'd probably, you'd have to say at this point, Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Joe Burrow starting. You'd pretty much take that 2019 team.
Right. So you would have Chase and Jefferson. Then you'd put Odell in there.
Chase, Jefferson, Odell, and then, shit. You've got,
Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson.
You've got Glenn Dorsey.
Good call.
Defensive tackle. Your left tackle, Andrew Whitworth.
Mm-hmm.
Running back. Who would you go with for running back? Joseph Adai.
Fournette.
Oh, yeah, Leonard Fournette. You got some fullbacks, too. T. Bob Bear at center.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have that name out there.
So are we going LSU?
I think I got to go LSU.
I mean,
on this
I would
one.
have to sit down. Like, obviously, Oklahoma and Texas and all these schools are going to have an incredible.
Miami. Miami is another good one.
Mm-hmm.
The only question is quarterback. Cam Ward. It might be Cam.
No.
If you look back.
Testaverde?
Yeah, okay. Fair point. Ken Dorsey.
Yeah.
But if you go with Miami, then you've got Clinton Portis
I mean, yeah.
at running back, Frank Gore at running back. You've got
Andre Johnson, Ray Lewis, Warren Sapp.
Jeremy Shockey, Kellen Winslow.
It's a pretty nasty squad. Greg Olson.
Yeah, Greg Olson. Respect. Bryant McKinney, I think, would be the left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Reed, Sean Taylor at safety.
I was about to say what DBs. Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
those are
do it.
pretty good ones.
Yeah, it might be Miami.
Yeah. Fuck. I think it is Miami. Miami, LSU. You can't go wrong with those big schools.
Basketball, I mean, it's going to be Duke or North Carolina or UCLA.
I think it's got to be UNC, right?
So you would go Jordan.
What team would LeBron play for?
Well, he claims Ohio State, Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the main ones.
I think it'd be UNC because you got Michael Jordan. You have Rasheed Wallace would probably be in there.
James Worthy.
James Worthy. Jerry Stackhouse. He was nasty in college.
Would you go Vince?
I think you would.
Who's the point guard?
I think you would go Vince. Felton was pretty good.
They had from like 08 to like 16, they had a bunch of really good college point guards.
Yeah.
Like who was the kid that was the year they went to the Final Four and lost to Villanova?
Was that Felton?
No, this was like 15 or 16. He was number 2, I think. It'll come to me later.
So do we have 4 now?
So you're going Raymond Felton, Jordan, James Worthy, Stackhouse?
Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace.
Okay. So for Duke, it's Leitner,
Yeah.
Boozer.
Probably. Grant Hill.
Yeah. Zion.
I mean, he was nasty in college.
It's a big lineup. You need a hell of a point guard.
You got a couple point guards.
Jay Will.
Bobby Hurley is probably the point guard.
Over Jason?
Bobby Hurley was nasty in college. People forget this. He was going to be a star in the NBA. He got into a car accident, I think, before he even played a game.
That happened to him too?
Yeah.
So that's happened to a few of them.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Like Jay Williams
Correct.
is probably
Jason at the time.
is probably the point guard. But Bobby Hurley is on that team.
Who would UCLA's be? Kareem.
You got Kareem, Bill Walton.
Or Russ and Kevin Love
I think
in there?
I think you might put Westbrook on the team. K Love. You're gonna have some people that like know way more about the UCLA teams from the 1970s.
Right.
I know that there's one guy from Duke that I'm leaving out from the 70s too. Fuck, what's his name? Johnny? His name Johnny?
Talking about Johnny Dawkins?
Johnny Dawkins, yeah. Dawkins is probably people from Duke are gonna be mad. Dawkins is on that team.
I know him as a coach. I don't know what he was like as a player.
He was nasty. He was very good. Also, Steve Wojciechowski,
Yeah.
solid point guard.
I want to know the schools that have the sneakiest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like the ones that you wouldn't think.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Michigan State probably has a good one.
but Michigan State's been to Final Four is a power. Like,
Right.
like Georgia Tech. Like Georgia Tech would have like Chris Bosh. Who were the guys they had in the 90s? Dennis Scott.
Mushin Muhammad.
Did he go to Georgia Tech?
I thought he did. I could be wrong about that, but I thought he did.
Who are the
Oh,
Jarrett Jack,
I'm only thinking of 2 guys.
Mark Price?
Yeah.
Like schools that would have like a sneaky good team.
That is good, sneaky good. LSU would also be a good one
Shaq,
because you got
and
Shaq
Pistol
and
Pete.
Pistol Pete.
Yeah, wow,
Shaq, Pistol Pete, and then
that's a good one too.
great one too. Then you got Tyrus Thomas. He's probably in there.
Okay.
Maybe Big Baby.
He's in jail.
That's okay. Not for the purposes
Right.
of
Right.
this
I was
conversation.
just mentioning that he's in jail. Who would so you need one more guard?
Yeah.
Point guard?
Pistol, he's running the point, I think.
Cam Thomas?
Maybe. But still, just Shaq and Pistol Pete together.
That'd be pretty
That
sick.
would-
Yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about. Those
Yeah.
schools.
Washington? They've had some good-
Washington?
Yeah, they've had some good
Markel
players.
Fultz.
Yeah, no, maybe not.
Isaiah Thomas. The not as good one.
The short one.
I guess I'm trying to think what Tennessee's would be. So Bernie and Ernie. And then you would have Chris Lofton. I guess Grant Williams. And maybe DK.
Yeah, I think DK's in there.
Bernard King, hell of a ball player.
So Texas would probably have a pretty decent team too.
KD.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of role players in KD.
Are they all from like that Barnes era? Like who else has been at Texas?
I can't think of any like historically good ones. They all are from the Barnes era.
KD, Tristan Thompson, DJ Augustine.
Yeah, Tucker, right?
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker.
And the point guard, whose name is TJ Ford.
This is a good practice for the dozen.
Yes.
Just thinking of all these guys. Yeah, but I want to know who the sneakiest best five would be. Like what school, small school, like mid-major. What's the best mid-major of all time in producing pros? Is it okay if I look it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look it up because we could sit here thinking about the schools.
Wichita State has several mid-major.
Does Marquette count?
I mean, they're
in
conference.
a power conference now. But they would have, Wade and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that's a good 1-2 combo. Gonzaga.
So theirs would be Adam Morrison, Chet.
Anyone else go to Davidson?
I don't think so. I like this game, though. This is a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the more interesting one is you have to set some parameters on, like, has never won a national championship.
Yeah.
Because they obviously, like, for football, Texas, USC, Notre Dame, they're all going to be about the same.
This person says Central Arkansas has the best NBA pedigree of any school with only one NBA player.
Now, see,
Scottie Pippen.
That's a good parameter.
Scottie Pippen. That is Rick Smith's erasure, though.
Marist College. Now Marist University just changed, actually. Yeah.
What's the difference?
I think a university has, like, more programs.
Okay.
Like a college is more specialized. And then if you're a university, you have a breadth of different majors and shit.
Okay, let's check out Penn State. All-time players from Penn State. I'm looking through the list. Not really a lot. Bad NBA pedigree for such a big school.
I heard today they're one of only 2 power conference teams that have never won a conference championship.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
Who else?
I forget the other one, to be honest with you.
UConn. UConn was a miss. Obviously, they're a major
Right.
school. Maybe the majorest of all time.
Ray Allen.
Ben Gordon.
Somebody from the, like, Klingon.
Emeka Okafor.
Okafor, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Ray Allen, Richard Hamilton, Karan Butler, Emeka Okafor, Ben Gordon, Kemba Walker. Pretty good. Oh, you know what else is a sneaky good one? This falls right in with your Georgia Tech one, Big T.
So is it an ACC school?
It is, yeah.
Wake?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Paul and Duncan.
Yeah, Chris Paul.
Yeah, see, this is the train we need to get on.
Yeah, Chris Paul,
Right.
Tim Duncan, Josh Howard. That'd be a good team. Oh, with Duke. I think shit. Now it's like, here's my projected starting 5 for Duke, and one person's going to have to be let out. Grant Hill, Carlos Boozer. I think I would go with Elton Brand. Then I would go. You know what? I think Jay Williams has been demoted. I'm going to go Shane Battier, Kyrie Irving.
You're leaving Christian Laettner out?
Yeah,
In favor of Elton Brand?
in terms of Christian Laettner wasn't very good in the NBA.
We're talking, this is college.
Okay, so just not taking into account their future career.
In my brain, this is the
It
college
stops at-
product.
it
This
stops
is
at the
like
end
the
of
president
college.
thing, like while they
Okay.
were president.
All right, so obviously, if that's the parameter, Christian Laettner, I'm going to go Grant Hill, Carlos Boozer, Christian Laettner, Shane Battier, and I think I might go Kyrie.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the body of work for Jay Williams was better.
Sure.
But I feel
Kyrie
like-
played, 15 games?
Yeah, but he was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, good discussion.
Oh, we're not going to do baseball? It's hard for baseball.
Yeah, we're not going to do baseball. Do you want to do golf? I'll just say Texas.
Yes.
With baseball, I might take Vandy.
Been good recently. I think USC in like the 80s and 90s, everyone went to USC. Like I know
Yeah.
Mark McGuire went there. I think Barry Zito. It's in 10 years, it's going to be Tennessee.
What are we thinking for crops judging?
It's A&M, right?
Oh, Kansas State.
Oh, that's right. That's right. A&M is meat judging.
It's Texas Tech.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They're the meat judgers.
A&M is one of those.
I think they're not bad. I think they're one of the handful of schools that you think of when it comes to meat judging.
Now, my along with the thing we just did, my favorite is what school has the best. You pick one baseball player, one basketball player, one football player.
Ooh, okay.
What
Now-
school has the best trio
the
of
best
that?
trio all time?
So, like for North Carolina,
Yeah.
it's Jordan, Lawrence Taylor,
Ooh.
and I forget who their best baseball player is.
That's tough to beat, though.
But
just
it's
those
somebody
two.
good. But then you go to like Texas. So it's Roger Clemens, KD, and take your pick for football.
Ricky Williams, maybe?
I mean, yeah, you could pick any one of a number.
Hmm.
LSU is Shaq / Pistol Pete, one of the quarterbacks. I guess you would take Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow.
And then baseball, you've got Bregman.
Rizzo.
Did he go to LSU?
Did he?
No. I don't think he went to college.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
went.
he didn't go to college.
Okay. He would have gone to LSU. Strikes me as just LSU vibes. Wait, I just looked this up. Best baseball player from UNC. There's Bob Lawson, who was dominant in 1899.
Okay. I believe it.
Bob Lawson might be the answer. Let's see.
I think Tennessee is a strong case.
Gaylord Perry,
Okay.
knuckleballer.
Throwing it back.
Yeah. We don't name kids Gaylord anymore.
Yeah, really fell by the wayside.
What happened to that? Okay, we've got the list here of Josh Hamilton. He went to UNC?
I don't think he went to college either.
Because he was the number one
He was
pick.
the number one pick out of high school.
This just might be from the state of North Carolina. Yep, that's what it is. State of North Carolina. For example, Madison Bumgarner from North Carolina.
UCLA, Kareem, Jackie Robinson, Troy Aikman.
Whew. I just need to see who the third from UNC is.
Auburn, Bo Jackson, Charles Barkley, Frank Thomas.
Bo Jackson, the football player.
Correct.
The Big Hurt might be the best nickname of all time.
Tennessee's, you would get Peyton Manning, Todd Helton, and Bernard King.
Let's see, notable alumni. Moonlight Graham. Adam Greenberg. Rob Wooten. Brad Woodall. BJ Surhoff.
Okay.
It might be BJ. Matt Harvey.
They've been really good at baseball. I'm surprised they haven't had like a... I guess it's been more recent that they've been really good.
Yeah,
but-
they've got Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're always like in the discussion in college baseball. I really wish they had one absolute fucking stud, because when you got Michael Jordan and Lawrence Taylor
Right.
as your 1-2.
If Florida State had a better basketball player, they've got Dion and Buster Posey.
Yeah. Charlie Ward.
Okay.
People don't talk about Charlie Ward enough.
It's true.
Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, interesting career arc.
Yeah, so Charlie Ward, was he a finalist or did he win the Heisman?
He won the Heisman Trophy.
Won the Heisman Trophy in football.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got drafted and played in the NBA for, what, like a decade? Pretty crazy, right?
Was he not gonna play in the NFL, or did he just choose basketball?
I think he was like, at that time, he didn't really know what to do with a quarterback like Charlie Ward.
Yeah. He'd have much more success today.
Yeah, today he might go to the NFL and be a quarterback.
630 career NBA games, averaged 6 points, 2.5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Pretty impressive. Made a fuckload of money. Didn't get hit.
Can you name the 3 NBA teams for which Charlie Ward played?
I cannot. I can name one of the 3 teams.
Knicks.
But besides that,
In 03, 04, and 04, 05, he played on 2 other teams.
I'm going to guess the Suns.
You're in the right region.
Okay. If I'm in the right region, then that might mean the Nuggets.
Further away. Yucky.
Then I will go with the Clippers.
Yucky. Other way.
Oh, the Spurs?
He played for the San Antonio Spurs and finished his career with the Houston Rockets.
Okay. All right. Shout out Charlie Ward. Hope you're doing okay.
But yeah, the big 3 is my favorite one.
It's a good discussion. And these discussions are brought to you by Stella Blue. I had some Stella Blue this morning. And guess what? Stella Blue Coffee's Mug Mania contest is going on right now. Don't miss your chance to design Stella Blue Coffee's next best-selling coffee mug. You get to design the mug. You submit your original mug design by March 9th for a chance to walk away with a grand prize of $2,500 and to have your mug featured on StellaBlueCoffee.com. Visit StellaBlueCoffee.com today to learn more. Use promo code MACRO. Get 20% off orders of $25 or more. Or find Stella Blue Coffee on Amazon. Next day delivery. Great purpose through great coffee. People at Kentucky are going to be mad that we didn't talk about Kentucky basketball.
Sure.
They would have it. They would have a very. I want to say for the record, Kentucky would have an excellent starting 5.
Trying to think of who it would be.
John Wall,
Anthony Davis.
I'm gonna say maybe Jamal Mashburn. Put him in there.
I mean, just from Cal's time there, you could make a hell of a starting 5.
You could.
Devin Booker didn't even start while he was there.
Yeah, Devin Booker. We forgot about Devin Booker.
SGA. But see, now with those guys, you have to take more into account, like professional, because they're only there for 6 months.
Yeah. Kentucky would be probably top 5. Respect.
Sure.
You didn't sound like you meant that. Respect.
No, they were very good for a very long time.
Are they your most hated school or Alabama?
In terms of so right at the top is a trio. Alabama's not even in it. It's Florida, Kentucky, and Memphis. I think, I don't know, man. Kentucky, they make a strong push. I really fucking, if we played Memphis every year, it would be Memphis.
Yeah.
I despise everything about Memphis. I hate them. I hate Memphis. But as it stands, it's Kentucky and Florida are neck and neck.
Mm-hmm. Memphis would have a decent top 5 too. All right, I'm going to do more work on this. We'll update you later. All right, that was Nanodosing. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we will see you on Thursday, March 6th. Not a complete sentence. Love you guys.